Good morning, everyone. I am Dhananjay Singh and I will be taking your lecture today. Subject Physical Education, Class 12, Chapter number 6, Lecture number 1. Name of the chapter is Test and Measurement in Sports. Right? So, we are going to start with the very first subtopic from the book, which is Motor Fitness Test. There are different motor fitness test battery, but very first one is your 50-meter dash, right? 50-meter dash. A sprint or a speed test can be performed over varying distance depending on the factor being tested and the relevant to the sports, right? Purpose. The aim of this test is to determine acceleration and speed. Means the main purpose of this test is to measure maximum speed of the individual. Right? Equipment required are measuring tape or mark track, stopwatch, cone marker, flat and clear surface of at least 70 meters. Right? The procedure are the test involve running a single maximum sprint over 50 meter. With the time recorded, a thorough warm-up should be given, including some practice start and acceleration run. Means before start the test, warming up is must and some practice start and acceleration run also must. Right? Start from a stationary standing position, hand cannot touch the ground with one foot in front of the other. The front foot must be behind the starting line. Once the subject is ready and motionless, the starter gives the instruction set then go. The tester should provide hint for maximize speed, such as keeping low, driving hard with the arm and legs. And the participants should be encouraged to not slow down before crossing the finishing line. Right? Result. Two trials are allowed and the best time is recorded to the nearest two decimal place. The timing starts from the first moment if using a stopwatch or when the timing system is triggered and finish when the chest cross the finishing line and or the finishing time get is triggered, right? Means next one is 600-meter run or walk. There are quite a few variations of the walking or running test as a measure of aerobic fitness. Here is a general description of these types of tests. Equipment required: oval or running track, marking cone, recording seat, stopwatch. The procedure are: the subject takes the position of standing right behind the starting line. At the signal of ready and go, the subject starts running 600-meter distance. During the course of running, he may walk also. Means this run can be organized on a track, on a football field or an open area space. Right? A subject run a distance of 600 meter. The subject takes a standing start from the starting line. Ready and go, the subject starts running 600-meter distance. The subject may walk in between. The objective is to cover the distance in the shorter time. When we cross the finishing line, he informs of his time. The time taken to run the distance is recorded minute and second, right? The scoring norms are available for many of these tests. It is important to compare result to normative tests that have the same test procedure and with a similar target group, right? The next one is sit and reach test. Equipment required are sit and reach box, or alternatively a ruler can be used and a step or box. Means a specific box is required. The procedure are this test involve sitting on the floor with leg stretched out straight ahead, means sitting in long position. Shoes should be removed. The sole of the feet are placed flat against the box. Both knees should be locked and pressed flat to the floor. The tester may assist by holding them down with the palm facing downward and the hand on the top of each other or side by side. The subject reaches forward along the measuring line as far as possible. Ensure that the hand remain at the same level, not one reaching further forward than the other. After some practice, the subject reaches out and hold that position for at 1-2 seconds while the distance is recorded. Make sure there are no jerk movement, right? The score is recorded to the nearest centimeter or half inches as the distance reaches by the hand, right? Next one is Partial Carnot test. The purpose is the Carnot test measure abdominal strength and endurance, which is important in back support and core stability. Right? The equipment required are a flat, clean cushion surface, recording sheet, pen, and a metronome or audio file and drum. Right? The procedure are the starting position is laying on the back with the knee flex and feet 12 inches from the buttock. The feet cannot be held or rest against an object. The arms are extended and are rest on the thigh. The head is in a neutral position. The subject curl up with a slow controlled movement until the student's shoulder come off the mat 2 inches, then back down again. Right? The scoring are record the total number of curl up. The complete of one complete curl up count as one. One correctly performed curl up should be counted. The sit-ups is not counted if the shoulders are not raised up 2 inches. The head touch the mat, the hand come off the mat, and or the student is off cannon. Right? The next one is push-up fitness test. Equipment required are depending on which protocol you use. You will need a floor mat, metronome, or audio tape, clapping, drum, stopwatch, wall, and chair. Right? The procedure are a standing push-up being with the hand and toe touching the floor, the body and leg in a straight line, feet slightly apart, the arm at shoulder width apart, extended and a right angle to the body. Keeping the back and knee straight, the subject lower the body to a predetermined point to touch the ground or some other object or until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbow. Then return back to the starting position with the arm extended. Right? The scoring recorded the number of correctly completed push-up. The next one is modify push-up test. Purpose measure arm strength. Equipment required are stopwatch, gym mat. The procedure are the subject lay face down on the mat. The test begin in a kneeling position on a mat with hand below shoulder and knee behind hip. So back is angled and long. Tuck toe under, tightness abdomen and bend elbow to lower chest towards the floor. Keep your gaze in front of your fingerprint so neck stay long. Press chest back up to the start position. Repeat for desired number of repetition. Right? Scoring. Record the total number of correctly completed push-up that were performed in 40 seconds. 40-second time is given only. Right? The next one is standing broad jump test. The purpose is to measure the explosive power of the leg. Equipment required are tape measure to measure distance jump, non-slip floor of takeoff, and soft landing area preferred. Means the best one is long jump pitch. Right? The procedure are the athlete stand behind a 9 mark on the ground with feet slightly apart. A 2-foot takeoff and landing is used with swinging of the arm and bending of the knee to provide forward drive. The subject attempt to jump as far as possible, landing on both feet without falling backward. 3 attempts are allowed. Scoring. The measurement is taken from takeoff line to the nearest point of contact on the landing buttock of the heel. Record the longest distance jump, the best of 3 attempts. Right, the best of 3 attempts. Next one is Sutton run test. Sutton, it is also called Sutton fitness test. Purpose, depending on the distance and duration of the test, the Sutton run test will measure agility, aerobic fitness, or some combination of these. The main purpose of this test is to find out the agility of the subject. Right? Equipment required are non-slip surface, marker cone, measurement tape, stopwatch. Right? The procedure are Sutton run test required the participant to run back and forth between 2 lines or markers at a particular pace or as quick as possible. Some tests use a set distance to Sutton between, others may use a ladder Sutton, in which the Sutton distance change with each run. Right? Scoring. For the shorter, 2 or more trial may be performed and the quickest time is recorded. Results are recorded to the nearest tenth of a second. Right? I hope you understand. Thank you very much.